Me and Chulo walkie talkie, rapatape, walkie walkie. I don't know. Reggaeton.
Best freestyle rap ever.
I'm so tired. Welcome back to the 41st episode of the Sketchbook Heroes with me, Ilias.
And me, Robert.
And
Reggaeton.
today...
Reggaeton Robert.
Yes, on today's episode, we will be talking about burning out, or nearly so, and just taking the time to fucking relax. We talk a lot about all this shit, like, oh, you gotta be, you know, like, drawing all the time. And
structure your time and do this.
And yeah, exactly. And freelance and schmeelance and money and...
do as much as you can all the time, constantly.
But now we're going to pull that up back a bit and talk about how you put that into context.
The other side of the coin, I guess. Yes.
And I think we are both sort of teetering on the edge of burnout and having fun and doing all that shit that we talk about. So we're going to sort of like deep dive into that. And if you're wondering, we were going to have a guest today that we had to reschedule because of, you know, life. Freelance, work.
Life.
So.
Life is life.
Na 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 na.
Prakash is life.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, so with that said, let's jump into the fucking intro. Take it away.
They loved 80s cartoons.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Ray Raggy, Rambo Rero. Save us, intro.
Save us.
Artists of the world unite. Step out of your comfort zone into the danger zone.
Back for another exciting episode
of the Sketchbook Heroes. Let's do this, motherfucker.
It's like when Robert is trying to tell the story of the... I don't know. I got nothing. So let's actually do the episode now.
Yes.
So, dude, how have you been?
I have been good. Crazy busy as always. Of course. What else is new? Like, again, it just feels like we're replaying all the old episodes. I keep saying the same fucking thing.
You mean like the intros?
Yeah,
like
this
part.
How you doing, man? I'm so fucking busy, man. I'm so tired.
So tired.
But yeah, no.
Which is the perfect topic for this episode, actually.
Yes,
so.
It is. But actually, last week was really nice. It was... it was nice in the way that I was able to chill out quite a lot. I still did a lot of work, but it was only on like friends and family.
Yeah.
So no money in, which sucked. So that gave me a lot of stress this week. But this week is fine because I'm like working twice the amount this week. So yay, burn out and fade away. But I did get Saturday evening to myself, which was awesome. Watched some Superman videos, cartoons, and ate a lot of junk food. Had a blast, and that's pretty much what's happened. What about you, man? How you doing? How you been?
I'm good, man. I think I've done nothing and so much at the same time, you know. That's how it feels like, you know, like life, family, kids, all that stuff. It's just sort of like, I'm not sleeping enough, so I don't even remember the day before.
It's like a brilliant bouillabaisse of awesomeness.
Awesomeness, yeah. So I have no idea what I've done lately. Like my wife works like 2 weekends out of 4. Mm-hmm. So this one was one of them. So I sort of like, I did a live stream on Friday for everyone that wanted to join. painted some trees that I said I wasn't going to paint. For Inktober, sort of to catch up. Now I'm like even more behind because of Saturday and Sunday. Didn't have time to draw anything worth posting, like really worth posting. You know, like I'm not saying that it's my best work. I'm just saying that no. My kids are satisfied though because I drew stuff for them.
Nice.
That was not worth posting either, but they really enjoyed it.
That's the most important thing.
That's the most important thing, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So
can't recall.
How is Inktober going? So
It's going terribly because I am, I think 8 days behind now. I think I posted the 15th. No, yeah, that's 8 days behind. Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, that's a lot of days behind.
It is.
And I haven't like I could do more trees. I could probably do like I do a double spread of trees in under an hour.
That's
So
crazy.
it's not. I'm just out of ink. I wasted I think I did like a total of 5 pages, and I ran out of ink.
Holy shit.
But I do a lot of trees, and I do a lot of ink. Like
yeah,
I'm not,
but I think they look awesome.
So
I
thanks,
really
man.
dig them. It's I mean, it's so clearly your
my trees. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's just the way I've always seen you draw them. But now you've sort of shaved away all the fancy schmancy details, and you just do like
Yeah, and if you see the videos, they're very sloppy. Oh well, there are no videos anymore. I
But-
forgot to save them.
But I think like these trees, I prefer these ones.
Oh, these
to
are
the,
way better,
The
yeah, than
super
the-
detailed ones you do,
I think
because
so too.
they're more like lifelike, I guess.
Yeah.
And plus, they get that sort of Japanese sort of calligraphy feel, which
Everyone's
is fucking
pointing
awesome.
that out.
I love that.
It's super fun.
It's so
actually,
cool.
because I wanted to do that as a kid when I was into Chinese calligraphy or Japanese calligraphy.
Who
Who
wasn't?
Yeah. And I couldn't.
Yeah.
So that was pretty an awesome compliment to get.
Hmm?
And also, people were like, "Oh, what reference are you using while doing this?" I'm like, "What?" I'm very lazy when it comes to reference. I should reference more. Like I do it for some stuff, but it's usually not for like a full piece. It's like I need reference for this angle or something that is very tricky. Like I don't know how to solve the problem. Then I will use reference. Or if I want this lighting to be more realistic, then I could sort of pull off, those small details that you would sort of add.
Yeah.
But otherwise, dude,
Fuck it.
I don't care.
Yeah. But I use reference for almost everything.
Sound like a fart. I just opened it. It's a drink.
But I have tried to like go away from reference. So a lot of the faces I've done lately are just from my head. Just because the thing that we keep promoting is like draw from reference and then try to draw like without reference just to see what's stuck. And it's going well. Like the only thing is like I'm confused gender-wise. Because every time I try to draw a woman, it sort of looks more like a man. And every time I try to draw a man, it looks sort of more like a woman. So I've become like an expert in drawing hen.
Nice.
But also, like, some of the Inktober's I've done, I've gone like crazy bananas with and just not given a fuck about anything.
But I think that's good.
And it's really liberating. Like, really feels great. And plus, I've gotten a lot of good feedback on those, which was also very nice. It's some sort of, how do you say, like, I feel more accepted in the community because it's the stuff that's straight from my fucking brain on paper, and it's gotten more likes than anything I've done. So that's cool.
That is very cool. And I think that's when you sort of discover things about, like, accidentally just, like, discover that you can do more with your sort of like when you don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Because you tend to do the thing that you normally maybe wouldn't do. Like you would think about it too much, and you would sort of like be when you're being sort of like a coward when you're inking, and it ruins it because you're sort of like doubting your skill, which you shouldn't. But when you don't give a fuck, like when I'm inking things outside of sort of like, I'm just like, I have this sketch, I'm just gonna like ink on top of it. It's always super good.
Yeah.
As soon as I'm doing this face and I've been working on everything, okay, now the eyes.
Now it's
and
time.
then like, first thing, just because you sort of like, I don't know why you doubt yourself. Just fucking go as you did before, and it'll be fine.
That's how easy it is.
It's like when we do like acrobatics and stuff back in the day. Like as soon as you sort of doubt yourself, you crash and burn.
Yeah, you die.
But if you just go all in, like even if you're gonna fail it, you're not gonna hurt.
Exactly.
You're just gonna like flip around and land sort of like half half-assed, but it's not going to hurt.
Exactly.
Like, doubt brings pain.
That's a good lesson, kids.
Yeah. It's either a visual pain of your, like, you mess up, or
a physical pain.
Of you crashing on your ass.
Breaking your ass. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, so I'm still, like, I'm on the day now with my Inktober's, which is really good, and I just passed my my previous record. So now I'm at 22. Today is Monday when we're recording this. So
Posted.
No, 23 today. Right.
23.
Yeah. So I did the today's what was it, prompt is
I have no idea. I haven't read the prompt since
juicy.
the second one.
So today's prompt was juicy, and I did the hand just squeezing the little birdie, and I went really dark. Like, yeah, I felt gloomy this morning. Just die, bird, die.
Felt such anger this morning, and then now, like, I'm so tired.
But the whole idea was actually doing the hand squeezing something so it's bleeding, and then you have ink written on the...
Exactly what I thought, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe not everybody saw that, but yeah, so the blood or the ink spells out ink on the knuckles or fingers, and then die, bird, die. So enough about Inktober.
No, but I want to just stress, like, that reference thing that you mentioned. If you are too reliant on reference, yeah, trust me, walk away from it a bit as well, because I see a lot of people out there that when they're not doing the reference stuff, their art is looking not so good. Yeah. And a lot of people that I'm sort of referring to are people that want to sort of, you know, imagine worlds and create stuff like concept art and stuff like that. So if you're like, you should always use reference. It's a good thing, but you also need to have, like, if you don't have the reference at hand, you should be able to draw something, you know, like, that looks semi-good as well. Like, you can't just be reliant on reference all the time to make anything decent.
No.
Because that's when you have a problem, I think.
And there, I'm walking a fine line between that one myself, actually, because I, whenever... Like, if I'm staring at that blank page, especially now for Inktober, I just automatically reach for my phone and Google something. Like, normally Star Wars or birds. And then it's just like, oh, okay, I'll just draw this, you know. But, I mean, this is for Inktober, so it's not really the same. It's just to stay active and, like, keeping sort of the inspiration flow or the drawing flow. So I don't really give a shit. But after doing my own stuff now more, I am sort of going into trying to let go more of the references from now on, and just try to experiment more with my own stuff. So I think the rest of the year, I'm going to try to just improve my own stuff more and more. So
it's awesome.
Yeah. But now I've said it, so it's not going to happen.
Yeah,
that's normally what happens when I say stuff. Like, I'm going to go to the gym because I did that today. Yeah, I'm so good. And then, no. So, but, yeah. One day, eventually, I will.
You will go to the gym.
Yeah, maybe. But that's awesome, so funny, because I've been super lazy all weekend, just eating so much fucking junk food. And today, I just, like, got up, looked in the mirror, and I'm like, oh, still have a six-pack. There you go.
That is unfair for most.
It's so good.
But life isn't fair, remember.
Exactly. But my insides are cheese.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's probably just 6 lumps of cheese in my stomach. They're lodged somewhere. Yeah.
Cheese.
But
also, by the way, Twitter is going well. I think I've gained 400-ish followers now.
That's fucking
from whatever
crazy.
I said last time.
And you're over a week behind. You're drawing fucking trees all the time.
Yeah.
What's your secret, dude?
Trees. People love trees. But I don't know. They haven't only been retweeting. Like, even my normal tweets are getting a bit more love, and I'm thinking that it's Inktober, because it's always during Inktober that I get more love.
The boost.
Yeah. They appreciate the one that I posted about, that we've mentioned on the podcast as well. Like, don't just retweet or spread famous people's stuff. That you should support, like, your friends, like the people around you. Make sure you're giving them the same love that you're giving, you know, any famous artist out there. Yeah. So that one also got appreciated well. So
nice.
And I really stand by that, because the world has room for pretty much all of you. You know, there are a lot of artists, and we've said this before, that there are a lot of tastes out there from people that aren't artists.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, there is room for all of you out there. So I know that if I invite Robert to a gig, he will invite me to a gig eventually, you know, if the opportunity arises. So there is no reason for you not to bring a friend along, or, you know, like any other
I can bring
artist.
a friend?
I can bring a friend.
Really?
So just like...
I choose you.
Pikachu. I'm just saying, like, help each other out. Trust me, you will get further by helping others around. Even if you've gotten fucked over at some point, that person will probably, unless he's super, super, super good, get fucked over eventually. Because, you know, like, being an ass in this business, we know, everyone knows everyone eventually, you know, like, so.
Yeah, it's a small world.
It's a small world, yeah. So just help each other out. Trust me, you never know who's going to do what, when. Just be nice to people, you know, be a decent person, and you'll probably get some decency back.
Yeah, or get into heaven.
What?
Sorry.
No.
Yeah, I've been watching American Gods.
I haven't started. I want to see it, but I'm waiting for Stranger Things, and
Fuck yeah, that's premiering next Friday.
Any day now.
27th also.
So don't expect us to do anything.
No.
We'll just spoil the fuck out of it on the next episode of the Sketchbook Heroes.
Sorry, my mic is gonna do some noise now, I think.
Scratchy. Yeah, and then we want to talk about something a little darker.
Winter.
Winter is coming.
No. What are we talking?
No. We've been seeing a lot of our female friends posting the hashtag Me Too. And we've also seen some male friends get really butthurt.
Yeah.
No pun intended. But I'm just saying that it is really like I don't think there's a guy out there that hasn't, like, intentionally or unintentionally not been an ass. You know, like there is no way that anyone is, and I think it's all of our responsibility.
Yeah.
To be better.
I mean, you probably do it like maybe once every day to your female friends or whatever it is, without you thinking about it. So take an extra time and or like an extra second, just think about what you're doing to colleagues and friends and stuff.
Yeah.
Because some shit isn't okay. I mean, because one of your like girlfriends or whatever friends like your humor doesn't mean that the second one does.
Yeah.
So just be considerate of other people, and it is fucking crazy how many people have been posting their stories and
sharing, like some shared more than others, you know. Some just wrote Me Too, and some people just like went a bit more into detail of sort of what happened to them.
I think it's a great thing. It's horrible, but it's super great to finally, like, that everybody is like reaching out or like sort of coming out. It sounds wrong. Sounds really wrong, but yeah,
exactly.
Don't get me wrong on this. I'm not trying to be a douche in any way. It's just like I'm moved, and I feel so much respect for all these women posting this, because I know how fucking hard it is to post something like this, because you know it's not an easy thing to talk about.
It isn't, and
but the worst thing is that it has happened to pretty much every woman I know.
Yeah. That is fucking terrible.
But it's happened to me as well. I'm not going to get into that story because it's not funny. But, you know, it happens to everybody. Both male and female versions of this abuse. But I think I'm a tiny boy.
But the majority are still women, and the perpetrators are usually they're like...
Yes.
The majority is men. Like,
yes. Where, sorry, it sounded like I was stealing thunder.
Yeah, that is not the intent here. Like, we're saying, like, anyone who has been through something...
Any type of abuse.
Deserves the same respect.
Very much. Like, we're all people on this planet.
Yeah.
We're all made from the same fucking shit. We should all... Like, we deserve the same respect. Yeah. Each and every one of us. So, fucking get your shit together, guys. And girls, if you're being douches. And just fucking respect everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a difficult thing to do. Of course, you can be annoyed with people, especially on the subway, but
definitely.
just
But,
fucking respect each other, man.
because like if my son would ever disrespect a woman, like that shit won't fly in
No
this household.
fucking
You know, like
way.
that's what I mean. Like I'm so worried about like after seeing that fucking hashtag, like I don't know how many of my girlfriends just have that. Like that's terrible. That
Yeah.
means that the likelihood of my daughter being sort of like, oh man,
It's a
is just-
guarantee.
yeah. This is just pissing me off.
Yeah, I
Like,
know.
This is super hard. Holy dicks. Yeah, I didn't expect this to be.
No, this
Oh,
is
man.
what happens. Yeah, especially with kids. So yeah, we talked about this before we did the show.
Yeah.
And we talked about not diving into much into this, but we really wanted to at least give it a shout out, and especially to all you women out there.
Yeah.
Like, so much respect to all you guys for taking the time to tell your story, and also to everybody that went to Hötorget to do the rally.
Yeah.
Just fucking, you go, girls.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And I just want to say, like, to all the guys that feel like, oh, but I'm not a rapist.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck that. Fuck you.
Yeah, no.
Crawl back to the fucking crawl space that you came from.
We're not calling you guys rapists, obviously.
No, that's not the thing. That's not the point.
But
It's just.
it's not. You can't get offended by stuff like this.
Yeah.
Like, that just makes you a fucking moron.
Yes. Like the majority of the rapists are men.
Yeah.
That's a fact. It's not something you can
Exactly.
change.
What is it? 1%
So
is women.
it's just
Like-
what we're saying is just if you see people being fucking stupid, do something.
Yeah.
Say something.
Say
Okay?
something.
Don't stand there like a moron, like, oh well, he's my friend and she's a whore. You know, like
If he's your
that's not-
friend, just fucking slap his
then
head.
you could slap him even harder
Exactly.
than you would anyone
Yeah.
else. You know.
There you go.
Because there is no, like, I remember this one time when we were at, oh shit, where was it? Like, we were younger, and like, when we have, like, we had this, like, guy that came in, like, he wasn't part of our group, and he was like, oh, girls, you know, bitches, la la la. Oh, I just can't handle that, you know, like, that is, oh man, just kick him down a flight of stairs.
Yeah.
And we're very, so I want people to, like, don't just go with it just because you're with a group of dudes, you know, like don't fall into that just because there are a lot of dudes there. They're just like, oh man, this is so close to home with
I know,
everything. So just pisses me off that the guys are sort of like, oh, but me,
Exactly.
what about me? I'm not a rapist. Like, it's not about you. That's the thing.
Exactly.
So fuck you.
That's the whole
and the vote
fucking
you
thing.
wrote in on.
Yeah.
So, girls, all the respect. Dudes,
Love all you. Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
go!
Get your fucking shit together.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, let's move on.
We're
Fuck it.
moving on.
I'm gonna
We're gonna go.
I'm gonna go angry.
We're gonna punch something soon.
Okay,
Yes.
let's dive into... No, let's not dive into today's topic. We just want to say thank you for tuning in.
Yes.
It's always a pleasure talking to you guys on the live streams, on the mini sort of live streams that we do before the podcast. We're super happy for the emails and the one that we also forgot to answer with the Transformer stuff.
Oh shit.
Super sorry, dude.
Yeah.
We need to get back to
man.
you on that.
Totally forgot.
And yeah, we're just super appreciative of all the support that we're getting. And for everyone who's sort of like, I haven't had time to go in and check the reviews from other countries. Like in the Swedish one, we haven't gotten any new ones. I think there might be a few on I think I saw something. Was it the Danish one?
You said something about German.
Yeah, a German and a Norwegian one, I think, or
Nice.
something. We got, I don't remember the reviews though. I'll check those up and shout you guys out on the next episode. I don't think there were names to those though. But again, when you vote for us, when you subscribe to the podcast on Podcaster or iTunes or wherever, when you spread it, like we've gotten a lot of spread through Inktober.
Yeah, thank you guys
Thank
so
you
much.
so much.
It's
for
so
that.
cool to see.
It's super fun to see, even
Yeah.
though we don't have time to comment and my Instagram is going bananas.
Yeah.
We try to like them at least. So we're going to keep liking them. We're going to comment on some of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also for everyone on SoundCloud that sort of likes and shares,
Thank you.
thank you. Like it really does help us a lot. Also, Twitter has been going bananas, so big thanks. I'm super stoked. I just want to be on Twitter all the time now.
Yeah, I think I got 2 new followers.
Yeah, 2! But you haven't been in.
No.
Like, you go in and like my stuff. And then you
Yeah,
leave.
exactly. Your stuff is the stuff that always, like, we sort of sync. So every time I go in, you just posted something. I'm like, oh, okay, good, retweet. And then I post my stuff, and then I log out. That's what I do.
Sweet. And also, we really enjoyed having Evan on the podcast last time.
Fucking awesome guy.
If you haven't had time and you sort of just started listening, we do recommend that after you listen to this episode, you go back and listen to that one because that was fucking awesome.
Yes.
And Evan was like, it was such a joy to talk to.
Such a cool guy. Yeah.
But pretty much everyone we've invited has
that's
been like,
true.
it's like you don't know what to expect.
No, that's true. Like, everybody's just been really... I think it's because we're so chill also.
I think so. I think
have
there
to
is
be.
no, but I think there is no prestige here. Like,
No.
the Sketchbook, we talk a lot of shit.
That's the only thing we do.
Yeah. Shitbook heroes.
Shitbook!
Because I got a post from my friend Farhan
Yeah.
today while I was at the gym before I hooked up with you. And he was like, dude, I'm listening to episode 20 with Bouquet. And you guys are sort of like, he's like, I can't stop laughing. Because you guys have totally like derailed from the art part and you're just talking shit flicks.
But that was so easy with Bouquet, though.
Bouquet was awesome.
So she's like a fucking library of shit flicks.
Dude, so good. I still need to check the Neil Breen movie.
I still need to check like all the movies, we mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But man, yeah, if you haven't listened to the guest podcast, we have Nuka, Andrea Femmerstrand, we have Bouquet, we have Artem Solop on thing on like 23 or something like that.
Yeah. And we have Josh Bodwell.
And Josh Bodwell on number 16.
The tattoo legend.
Yes, he's awesome. He does all these pop culture tattoos.
Yeah.
Awesome episode.
And super Star Wars geek.
Yeah, and I think, and then we have
And
Evan.
then
Evan on the last one. On
Epic
number
Evan.
40. Yeah.
Yes.
So that was great. We have Bouquet on 20. We have Nuka on 9 or 10?
10,
10?
I think.
I think, yeah. But like all the artist episodes, like unless you're looking for like helpful sort of like portfolio stuff and that, those episodes are fucking gold. They all have like that's something that I can't really put my finger on, but it's so good. They're super funny.
That extra person. Yeah.
That extra person, that's what it is. We're looking into inviting some people as well. So if you have recommendations of people you would love to sort of see on the podcast, I would totally love to have J. Scott Campbell if I could make that happen. Since he really started this whole thing.
Yeah. Him and Joe Madureira.
Right? I don't know how they are as people though. Like I don't know them. Although he replied to one of my comments yesterday.
Elias is sweating just talking about it.
It was so good. It's always fun when you see, Jason Campbell, Jason Campbell
He hasn't commented on my things.
But he did like your
he did.
tattoo. And he's like, motherfucking shit pain. Like, fine.
Yeah, it was just a threat.
A threat, like,
exactly.
Yeah.
I've seen this bitch. I'm going to sue the fuck out of you. Or Nelson.
Yeah, sue Nelson. So,
yeah.
With that said, let's dive into today's topic.
Here we fucking go.
Fucking go.
Fucking go.
Fucking go. Let's do it. It's a jam.
Topic.
And we're back. So today we're going to talk about, we're very ambitious people. And we're very tired people. And today we got this last minute rescheduling from our guest that we're not going to name, Prakash. And
Oh,
oh, that's sneeze, man.
Bless you, man.
But that's fine. Like that's how we know how that is. Like life does come in the way. Shoves a couple of boots up your ass, and then there you are.
Inktober.
So enjoy.
Yeah.
Also, Prakash, you did a terrible Inktober this morning. Just go home and remake it. It's fine. You get a free pass.
You cannot pass.
You cannot. I said brown. For you, who got it? You got it. The rest of you, probably no one got it.
Yeah. Don't try to get it.
So, today's topic is sort of like just taking a step back and fucking chillaxing.
Exactly.
So do the opposite of everything we've said up till this day.
Go frozen on the bitch.
Let it go.
Yes.
That's what we're saying. The thing is, yeah, go
Yeah,
dude.
no, I was just going to
dude.
say, it might sound a bit like out there, what we're talking about now. Like, it is. I mean, it is kind of hard to find different topics. So we're doing our best over here. But this is really important.
I think it is. It's easier to sort of like we like if we're gonna take it from a perspective that is us, like ours. I think like we love what we do. I love my job as a game artist at King. I love doing my personal shit. I love doing Inktober. I love doing freelance. I love doing the podcast.
Yeah.
And
But, eventually, like we said in the live stream, that wall is going to just ram your fucking face.
at some point, yeah, that wall just appears. It's like, it's not like you're flying and you're like, oh yeah, I'll just watch out for that wall, because that wall is just like instant. It's just like boom in your face.
Exactly. I mean, when you do as much stuff as we do, it's like being the Flash, and then being the
Losing
Flash.
all your powers.
Yeah, and then you just sort of you sort of glance backwards, and then when you sort of come back to look where you're going, there's the wall.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like a fucking fly.
And you haven't learned how to phase through the walls yet, or
Yep.
vibrate through them. Yes,
Exactly.
I love the Flash. Fucking awesome. The Flash. So yeah.
With that nerdy sort of comparison to, we're just saying like you need to take some time off sometimes. I'm not saying just stop doing everything for years, like that's not what we're saying. We're just saying like look through your day, because if I would describe one of my days, it's pretty much depending on the day. If I'm like, let's take a day where I sort of like today. I'll just walk us through today.
Yeah.
So I woke up at 4:30 a.m. in like crazy early.
That's 4:30 a.m. Everybody. That's not in the evening.
Exactly. So I go up.
That is
I pretty
fucking
much
crazy.
dress up. I sit on the train. I draw. I get to work. I go over to drawing for work. I do stuff at work. I work up until lunch. I work out for about, just 40 minutes to almost an hour. Get back to the office, eat my lunch while working, and maybe work until, like today's the podcast. I came in early so I can go off at like 3. Then I've worked sort of 9 hours. And then, but today I had meetings, so I had to go further. And I did the workout. So I worked all the way up to 3 o'clock with no breaks. I ran down, got some lunch, ate it in a meeting. And then at 3:30, I left the office, went to the gym, worked out for an hour, met up with Robert,
Planned the
episode, came back to the studio, did a live stream, set everything up, and here we are.
Yeah, and now it's whatever it is.
Yeah, it's 7 p.m.
Yeah. And we still have a lot of shit to do.
An hour to go.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to probably draw on my way home, try to get some emails answered on the way home. That's a normal day. This is like one of the calmer days, Then other days we need to record the podcast, edit the podcast,
It just goes on and on and on.
And all the social media posts that need to go in there, and you have to you don't always feel like that is the fun thing to do,
No.
Sometimes social media is fun, sometimes it's just
Yeah.
like recording one of these like sort of morning videos or something like, hey guys, new episode of the Sketchbook Heroes, woo! Like how often do you feel like that at 4 a.m? You know what I mean? Like sometimes you're just like so tired and you're like, hey guys, it's 4:30.
Yeah, just swipe up.
Swipe up. There's a beer commercial. Goodbye. No, but I mean, like, you're super tired, and it's super hard to always be on top. So that is, for example, my day.
Yeah.
And when you do this for an extended period of time, and then you add more stuff to the schedule, because this was just the work part. Remember that when I get home, I have to be a dad, and I have to talk to my wife, and I have to be social again outside of work as well.
Yeah.
So that sort of balance there is none. There is no balance. So there's a lot of things that, like, over an extended period of time, it might get a little much.
Yeah.
And I think I started feeling it just recently, like, just...
I think it's as soon as you start thinking about it, or like when you slowly start realizing what it is.
I think it's
too
catching up.
late.
Yeah, it's catching up, and you sort of like...
Because then, yeah, it's too late. It's way too late. Because if you start feeling it, it's too late. It's like we say in the tattoo business, like if you're already if you're starting to feel dizzy, that means you are fainting, not about to faint. So it's already too late. So that's why we always tell you to be super honest with us and with yourself. Don't try to push it harder because you will just pass out. Yep. And that's pretty much the same thing that we're talking about here. My day isn't at all that hectic, but today got up at 8 o'clock, started drawing for a tattoo I'm doing Saturday because that's a project. Started looking at another tattoo I'm doing Thursday because that's a major fucking project. Did my Inktober because I had no time to do it and I had to do it. And then had to, not eat breakfast because it was way too late. So wash my face, brush my teeth, run down to the train, come into the office, and my client's there already waiting for me, and off we go, working for 4 or 5 hours. And then you told me that you wanted to go to the gym, and dude, I was like, okay, good, then I can keep working on the fucking tattoos. So I kept working, then off, meet up with you, and here we are.
Yeah.
Tried to do the Ace Ventura thing, to not breathe while talking.
Actually watched it like a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, really?
With my kids, yeah. Both of them.
Does it hold up?
Yeah.
Nice.
Fun. Yeah.
Cool. I need to see it again. But yeah, and then obviously I need to go home to my wifey, help out with dinner, maybe hopefully do another Inktober. So I can rest a little bit more tomorrow, and then just do the whole fucking thing again.
It is a bit of a stress-tober sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
And this is the thing. Like, I told you I worked on tattoos, one for Saturday, one for Thursday. I didn't work on the one I'm doing tomorrow, which is another one. So I need to get up fucking early so I can draw that one. And same with Wednesday, because that's another day.
Yeah.
With tomorrow's got 2 big tattoos. Wednesday's got 2 big tattoos. Thursday's got a fucking ginormous. Like, it just goes on and on and on. I work Saturdays. I have Sundays off, but now we have the fucking Lindy Hop dance thing.
Oh, you're insane.
So now I need to do that too. And we're missing the premiere of Thor.
Oh, yeah, our plans are falling. Yeah, they put it on a bad day for us.
Yeah, we weren't ready.
We weren't ready at all.
Too bad.
Also, this Friday already. What the fuck
why?
happened?
How?
Yeah, how did that happen? But yeah, regarding that, on the weekends, you'd think like, oh, well, you can relax on the weekends. No, because I have to get up at like 8, 7 in the morning and take my son to gymnastics. And then, the day sort of starts from there. Do all the things that you need to do because, like, my wife is working 2 out of 3 or 2 out of 4 weekends.
Yeah.
So even then, like, even on the weekends, my kids usually wake up earlier than usual. So when I say we have to wake up at 8, we wake up at 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
And if I do a live stream at night, then I will suffer in the morning. And I've been putting sleep off for too long. So just the other day, I was feeling like I'm starting to forget stuff, like quickly, like with the drinks today. You just put them there, and I'm like, where did I put the drinks? And I'm like, it's just because I'm tired. Yeah. I know that when I start sleeping again, it's just like, it's not even a thing. But I feel that I'm neglecting sleep to be able to do all the things that I love doing. And it's not a good thing.
No.
And that's pretty much what we're going to cover today. Like, what you can do or what you should be doing.
Yeah, just give you pointers on like stuff that we do to relax.
Yeah.
And stuff just in general, how to get away from it. And it doesn't have to be you don't have to be super rich and travel somewhere to go.
Nope. If you can do that, that's great.
Yeah.
But if you can't, it's not a problem.
So without further ado, let's jump into it.
I don't know what that was.
That was
But,
low energy pump.
But like we said, like we're super tired. We've been pushing a bit too hard, but it's still, the podcast is still so much fun to do.
Yeah.
Like paid, not paid, it doesn't matter, you know. Like the podcast is our baby pretty much. And
It is.
yeah.
You're
like,
the daddy, I'm the stepdaddy. You know, that's what we do.
Nice. So I think for me, the podcast, money will never be important. Like
No.
if we could live off the podcast in some way, that would be cool.
That would be amazing.
That would be amazing, but I would still do it for free like we do now. Like, because I really enjoy doing the podcast. It's like talking shit with my best friend. It's talking to you guys. And there's so much good that comes back to us in the sense that we're building this little community. And I would love to sort of do something with that. You know, like, I don't know how.
Yeah, like we talked about
yeah,
or
yeah.
mentioned in the thing. Maybe we should get back to that in later on in the episode, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll revisit
We'll try to remember.
Yes, remembering that's...
because, yeah, again, I don't want to say anything because I can't promise.
No,
or
but
we
that's
can't make
fine.
any
Yeah,
promises.
that's fine.
But, yeah, we could do something with it.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, I think one of the most important things to do is just disconnect.
Yeah.
Like,
easily the most important, I would say.
I think so. Because we live through our phones a lot. And I recently got an Apple Watch. So I can put my phone away. And if there is something of importance, I have set it to my watch. So if I need to know, like I don't need to know any likes. I don't need to know that stuff. But if I get like a message or a comment that because I enjoy the comments. That I always enjoy. And I get them in a manageable amount, like depending on what account, and depending on the post. So I think that's manageable. And my watch just tells me like, oh, this person commented that, and I don't have to pick up my phone. I don't even have to bring my phone, you know, to that like where I'm sitting with my kids. Like I can like if I need to, I will look at my watch, but I usually have it also like it vibrates, but it doesn't like light up.
No.
So I have to do something to... So it's super simple, and it's made me be less dependent on my phone, which is super nice.
Nice. Yeah, no, for me, it's disconnecting is something that I rarely do. But when I do, I go all in. Like, I disconnect completely. So I turn off my phone, and I just box myself in or... go out. Like I leave my phone at home and I just take a walk in the woods.
Dude, that is so
just breathe. Like listen to the world, I guess. Like it's going deep, man. But
I
yeah,
think it's necessary. Like
normally I'm really hungover when I do this too.
It doesn't matter.
It works better that way.
Yeah, dude, whatever works, right?
Yeah. But yeah, and
for you younger people, have hot chocolate. That's what Rob means. Hot chocolate. Hot chocolate.
No, I got Anna said that her way of disconnecting is cooking and taking long walks. So I think it's a good thing, especially the walks. I think it's really good. You get out, get some air, and move a bit. You know, you need to
always.
So so that's the first one. Obviously, disconnect. No looking at your phone or any type of whatever it is.
And I think something that we touched upon on some earlier episode way back was not checking your phone before you go to bed or when you wake up.
Yeah.
Fucking brilliant tips. I did that like beginning of this year. Works so fucking well. Like anyone who's not lazy can go back and sort of listen through all the episodes and find that episode where I think I even say that I don't check my phone since after you mentioning it.
Yeah.
So I don't know what episode that was. So just listen to all of them and then figure it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, it does so much. Not checking your phone when you wake up because there is nothing important there in the morning usually.
I wish I could say I don't, but I do.
I do too. Again, I do again. But I think this one will help me out.
Yeah.
My watch only says like, "Oh, please stand up." It's time to stand up. I'm like, I'm sleeping.
What's wrong with you, watch?
Yeah, watch. Like as soon as it notices that I'm not sleeping heavily, it's like, hey, it's time to stand up. No, it isn't.
Hey, buddy, get up. Let's move.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's disconnecting. So
Yeah,
that's obviously one. And then I guess the other one is taking an actual vacation. I would say it's really important. You need to get away. And that's a perfect time to disconnect as well, because you're going to a different country. Roaming and shit could be really expensive sometimes.
Yeah, but Sweden is making that way cheaper now.
Oh,
or
yeah.
Europe is.
Europe,
yeah.
it's free all over, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't remember what the
Finland, Denmark, Norway,
Yeah.
and Sweden, I think.
And also, about disconnecting, just before we jump into the leaving part.
Yeah.
There are apps to lock you out of your phone. Like, you can make emergency calls and that's it. And it will stay locked for,
Yeah.
the amount of time you set it on. So
If you
if
know,
you have a problem,
if you know that you can't let go, then I think one of these apps might be a really good.
I think so too. I
Good
know a
way to
lot of
help
people, a lot of artists that use them. I don't remember the names because I've never needed it. I
No.
just put it away.
And that's the thing. I mean, again, we're a little bit older. We're like the older generation,
Yeah.
so we weren't raised
Yeah,
with
half
phones.
our lives were out.
Without phones, so we
Yeah.
know what life was like without the telephone or smartphone. Actually,
Yeah, so we used to have phones, but they
Yeah.
were garbage.
they weren't smart at all.
And they weren't distractions.
No, hell no.
I was so
Unless you
lazy.
tripped
I still
on them.
hate answering sort of text messages. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, no. For me, I'm a text message type of guy. I think
Really?
it's awesome.
Oh shit! No, I'd rather do that than call people.
Yeah.
Like, see you in 5.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
nice.
Yeah, short, sweet.
Because
There you
otherwise
go.
it's like,
to the point.
yeah, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, no.
But yes, vacation.
Yes, vacation. I think I was making some sort of point with us being old. But yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
for you guys that are a little bit younger, I mean, you've had smartphones pretty much since you were born. I can understand that it's like separation anxiety or almost like a detox for you guys, because you're so used to having this phone like constantly doing something with your fucking phone
Yeah.
that it's going to be almost impossible for you guys to like phase out the whole fucking social media thing. So I understand it's probably going to be really difficult, but try.
At least
really
weekends
try.
or something,
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
'cause
yeah.
weekend, the traffic is way down.
Just do it one day. Seriously, one day. And you're probably going to have like 50 billion messages saying
you know what you could
something
do?
bad.
If you want to have a phone, buy a fucking dumb phone
Oh, yeah.
and use that for a while.
burner.
Like, a burner, yeah, exactly. You'll feel cool. Put a suit on. Special agent. I don't know what the fuck your name is.
Yeah, whatever.
Special Agent Rookie Tune. Or Nick Shine. Special
Fuck yeah.
Agent Nick Shine. Whichever.
The Sketchbook heroes.
The Sketchbook heroes.
The real heroes. Mhm.
Exactly. So just do whatever works for you. That's the thing. Like if you don't I live through social media. I get jobs through social media. So turning it off entirely would be sort of bad for business. But there are still sort of on weekends, I don't need my phone. I really don't need my phone on weekends.
No.
When I post shit on weekends, it gets likes, but it gets the engagement is half.
Oh, yeah.
It's not as good. So if you have one of those off days, oh fuck, it's always on Fridays I get nothing, or Saturday I get nothing. Fridays are good, but Saturday, Sunday, it's
Dead.
garbage. Yeah, I've tried posting different times with the new algorithm. It's all just shit.
Sundays can be good.
Really?
Yeah, I've found Sundays
I
to
think
be...
it depends on the image I'm posting, and how images work.
But people are lazy on Sundays, so they sit with their
That's what
phones.
I thought as well.
Yeah.
It's not a thing.
No?
Noob. So yeah,
Post better stuff.
I say just pretty much yes, but just find the day that works for you and fuck everything
Yeah.
else.
Tune out.
Do not. It really
Yeah.
helps.
But obviously, if you're feeling more burnt out and sort of like me and Elias right now, we're just working way too much, and it is sort of a little warning sign for us. We need to take a proper break, or I'm speaking for myself now. I need a break. I really need a fucking break. I had 1 week this summer, and that was it. And that week it opened my mind to oh, this is what it's like to be disconnected and be free. Just not doing anything for a whole week, just lying on the beach. Well, we did stuff every day, but it wasn't doing stuff. It was just enjoying ourselves. It was amazing. It was so good. And after I came back, I was like, no, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I need more freedom. You know, clawing the walls. They're like dragging me back in. No. So that feeling is like, it stuck with me. Mm-hmm. And this was in July, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Like when we took the longer break.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
A 4-week break from the Sketchbook Heroes, I think. Because we recorded those smaller episodes,
But yeah, so like now I am I'm planning to go to Australia. Mm-hmm. So that's my new, like the light in my tunnel. It's not that bright right now, but it is there. I can see it. Like, it's really far away from me.
Seeing one of those like sort of anime things, like like in the far distance.
Yeah, but that's sort of what it is. But it is in the planning stage.
Yeah,
I have like now I am 100% going. In one way or another, it doesn't matter how or how long, but I am fucking going. Mm-hmm. I need to get the fuck out of this little soup of work that I'm stuck in and just be free a while or go there and work. But go away. Like I need to get out.
Change scenery.
Yeah.
Change everything. Maybe get away from this.
And I mean, you've known me forever, so you know that I, like lately that's my thing. Like I come home, I work for a bit, and then I'm like fucking escape, and I escape to some other country and I work there for a while, and then I come back and then I do the same.
I think that's good. I think that's good. Like if you have that opportunity. Yeah. I know a lot of people here at work as well. They're all from different parts of the world. So it's like a guy from India, a guy from Germany, a guy from like Le France.
There's an Aussie guy that we talked to just before we started today.
Yeah. So there's a lot of different people from different places, you know, around the world that sort of travel to. Like even Artem is. Oh yeah. Like Artem Solop that we mentioned earlier. He's also like.
Was he from Hungary? No.
It's from
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Sorry, no, it's fine. It's fine. I don't remember. But fuck it.
Yeah.
But everyone's from, you know, like traveling to work. And I think that's good. Like it expands your mind. It opens up your sort of like you understand other cultures. You don't become a fucking racist.
Yeah. There's so much to gain from doing it.
There's so much. I think travel is one of the best ways to sort of open your mind to the bullshit that comes out of, you know,
become a tourist, like a proper tourist, not just to go to a resort and stay there.
No, resorts are garbage. Yeah.
Go to a country that you want to go to and try to work there.
Yeah, I think that is the best. You just like really mix in with the locals.
And really, it doesn't like when I went to Australia. The first job I got was at the airport. And just, you know, stacking up bottles in the tax-free shops and stuff. Like, it was crap. It was crap work, but I loved it. I got to meet the locals, you know?
Yeah, but you know that it's sort of temporary. You're there. Yeah. You're gonna just, then you don't care. Like,
and you know, I'm always Mr. Positive and happy, you know? And so it was really easy to meet guys. And then, you know, go out after work and meet their friends, and then all of a sudden you have like a whole group of people, you know, and then
you just expand your social.
Going. Yeah. It's amazing. It's so easy. Like
for
just,
you.
Yeah, okay, for me. But it's all about just talking to people.
No, I totally get you. I totally get that social part.
Yeah, and that's sort of what I feel like now. It would be nice, like obviously I would love to go to Australia and do tattoos and sit there and work.
Definitely.
But I wouldn't be sad if I got like a warehouse gig or whatever.
Just for a while and just fuck it.
Just again, the disconnecting, like
just do something else for a while,
and not think about having to get more clients or drawing this and doing that and just doing a little easy time out, working 9 to 5 or whatever.
Without those expectations. Like,
also I miss some sort of physical labor now because I've been doing that most of my life.
Yeah. And that's why I can never do tattoos because I have to sort of
it's so static. Like my shoulder and neck are fucked. Like they're destroyed. My back is always fucked. But
but
and now that I'm not doing the breakdance teaching anymore, it's fuck, man. There's a lot of fucks in my body.
That's why I work out all the time.
Yeah,
because I don't want to.
Yeah, but I do wake up with a 6-pack, so I'm still happy.
Just gonna go back to that 6-pack.
It still hurts, but it's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So I would love to do some sort of manual labor. It would be fine. So if anybody's listening from Australia, I am planning to come down, and if you do have any good tips or whatever, you know somebody that knows somebody. Hit me up, Robert Ekblom Art, Instagram, or write sketchbookheroes.com, email us, do whatever. Any tips would be awesome.
That is sweet.
So yeah, that's my plan. Getting away, vacation.
Yeah. And if you can't afford to go, outside of your country, like travel inland, travel around your country. It doesn't have to be far. Just visit a fucking place you haven't been. Like, what is this end station like?
Exactly.
Go there.
Easy
stuff. Like, just change your scenery. Go somewhere where you haven't been.
Yep.
For me, that usually is like, oh shit, is this what this place? Like, you don't know until you sort of visit. So just fucking travel. Like, have a friend take you somewhere. If you can, okay, you have this place out in the woods.
Improvise.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a major thing. I think that's the problem with a lot of people. They're like, oh, but I haven't found that thing.
Yeah.
The special. There is no special thing.
No.
Okay, there is no special thing. Just fucking sit on a bus, travel to the end stop, jump off, take another bus, travel to the end stop, take another bus. Just go as far as you fucking need to go to get away from your
bubble.
Yeah. Talk to people. Sit at a coffee shop in a town you've never been.
Sit there, sketch.
Exactly. I think that is the best thing about visiting new places. People are like, aren't you going to walk around? Like, I've walked around and I just want to sit at this place in this area that I've never been.
Soak it in.
And just soak it in, sort of like...
Yeah.
I want to experience the drawing in a place where I don't know anyone, There's something awesome about not knowing.
So liberating.
Right? There is something about not being known by anyone. I'm not going to stumble into any people I know.
Exactly.
The people that are going to approach me are either going to approach me out of what I'm doing or out of something else,
you
stink. Exactly. My Greek...
Yeah.
My Greek genes.
All the SD
always
dudes.
the Greek genes. So there's something beautiful in being an artist and just traveling and drawing. Like, I can't explain it. Like, for me, that's the best.
And that's for us taking a vacation because we just love it so much that we can't help but sketch.
Yeah.
If we get an opportunity or whatever. But if you feel like you don't want to sketch, then don't.
Yeah, don't sketch.
Just take a fucking day trip, go somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Do something. I know a lot of artists like to hike and take photos for their reference.
That's awesome.
So
that's actually
really awesome. Yeah, I don't remember who did that. I had people on my Twitter like, we're out hiking. I'm like, ugh, hiking.
I should do that.
But yeah, I think hiking and just being out in nature is a really good way. Yeah, I think so. Just like being out in nature.
Mother Gaia.
I think Joe Rogan podcast talks about being out hunting and you're getting all wet and you're a bit cold all the time and it just never goes away. And let's say you're out in the woods for a week and then when you return home and you can take a shower and you can be like warm all the time. There's such a liberating contrast to that. You get to do that extreme thing to live outside, sleep outside, freeze, like pretty much there's like this constant like sort of like being cold. Like you're never like, oh, it's so warm and cozy.
No.
It's always like that slight cold that sort of like it puts you on your feet. You're always sort of like, and then when you get home, you get back to all that comfortable shit and you just appreciate that shit so much more.
Oh, yeah.
So I would say if you have an opportunity to go hiking or hunting or whatever, like I'm not talking about killing things if you don't like that, but I'm just saying just get out there,
do the Witcher week.
Oh yeah, go to the Witcher school in Poland.
Yes.
Like that, I think that is one of the best things to do. Like,
seriously, I would
fucking genius. It costs like I wouldn't say nothing, but it's like for a week 2,500 crowns, which is like $300 max.
Yeah,
I think you could
it's
sort of save
worth
to that.
it.
Yeah,
definitely.
It was crazy cheap. So do something like that because that's something I would never do. But then if I felt like, oh shit, because when Mario came back, I was like, shit, dude, I'm doing that. Like I want to do that because it was fun. there was so much thought into that, you know, like felt so ambitious and it's so crazy.
Yeah. No. Fuck, I was going to say something.
Regarding that? Like the disconnecting, traveling?
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It'll get back to me.
Yeah. We can revisit.
Yeah.
Another thing that we talked about, like before this episode, sort of planning this, was just like with the disconnecting and the traveling, just draw for yourself. It doesn't have to be good. It doesn't have to be bad. It doesn't have to be anything. Like draw 45 eyes if you feel like it. Draw, you know, like whatever comes to mind. It's like talking on the phone and just doing little squiggles or something.
Doodles. Mm-hmm.
Do that if you feel like it. You know, like try to draw for yourself with no pressure of posting it. You're already disconnected. Just do it. You know, like just do whatever you feel like. Try to take away all those like ambitious, take away your ego, take away any other expectation that you might have on yourself. You don't have to show this shit. This is just for you. This is therapy. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Like use your sketchbook to sort of like paper, whatever. Just doodle, you know, like I think doodling is the best thing for me. Like I've been doing it for years. Maybe I should do something.
Like, and I mean, if you're gonna do, say you need to get away, but you also want to improve, like, so then I would again recommend the whole museum thing.
That thing is good.
That I used to do when I was just a freelancer at home. When I knew, like, okay, well, I don't have that much to do this week, so I took one day and I went to a museum and I just drew, like, live reference. So I went to the National History Museum and I looked at all the stuffed animals and I drew them for a whole day. And if you go in the middle of the week, normally it doesn't cost any money. So it's you don't lose anything by going. You just gain.
Yeah, their taxidermy is pretty good.
It's really...
Actually, no, that wasn't even a joke. But yeah, that taxidermy is like spot on. It's not like those obscure fucking things on weirdtaxidermy.com or whatever the fuck the site is.
It's like that joke. If you're being chased by a taxidermist, don't play dead.
But I think that museum is really good in Sweden.
But also, like, go to, for example, something that I was gonna do, but I didn't have time to, was go with Anna to an art exhibit. And then you make a day out of it. So you go to the, like, well, first maybe you go out for a coffee and you're like, whatever. Then you go to the art exhibit, look at all this amazing art and let it sink in, and then go out, maybe have a beer or dinner, and then go home, rest, and then you wake up and you have all of this new fucking stuff in your brain that you need to get out, and ta-da, you're refueled. Like it could be that easy. So if you like, go check out art exhibits, go check out concerts, go anything.
Actually, on the topic, I'm guessing this isn't just me, but there are a lot of things that I love doing that I haven't done in years. One of them is sort of like, you and me used to sit up at, like, we used to take like either like a weekend where we just like, either I stayed at Robert's, usually because he has more movies than I do. I have like 5. But
I'm not going to say how many I have now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just scary.
You could have saved a little country. No, just kidding. But two little countries. Yeah, but what I'm saying is that me and Robert used to sit together and just draw. Like we used to do like acrobatics one day, and then at night we would sort of like just put movies in, like animated movies, and just like draw through the night. Then sleep very poorly, wake up in the morning super tired or super late, then just like put in a movie like Tech on King Crit and just like watch that super lazily and maybe doodle while eating, you know, like stale bread and whatever.
Whatever was close at hand.
Yeah, exactly. And then we would just go out, eat something or get pizza, you know. And then just like if we did something or met some people, like last time when you lived in Eskilstuna, I visited Robert. Like one of the days we went and did acrobatics. Then at night we went to Quantum White, the studio.
Oh, yeah.
We sat there, we talked to those guys. Some people were getting tattooed, we were drawing, we were socializing. Then we went home, watched a cartoon. I think we
Passed
were watching that. No, we were watching that one.
The show.
The show, yeah, that Gunam. No, Gudan, Toppa Gudan Lagan, something. Toppa Gudan.
Tango Toppen Gurren Lagann or something.
Yeah.
Tango Toppa Gurren Lagann.
Was it?
I think so.
Yeah, that one. And so we watched that until we passed out. And then in the morning, like, oh, have you seen Take on Concrete? No, I haven't seen it. Then we just watched that.
And Rango.
And Rango. Yeah, we watched Rango as well. Like, we just like kept putting movies in and then like, oh shit, I have to go. And you know, like, and then we spent like 3 days. I went there on Friday.
And Friday, Saturday, and you went home Sunday.
And Sunday I went home, yeah.
Sunday night or afternoon.
Yeah, afternoon. And then that was awesome. Like, how was that not a creative fuel? Like, when I got back home, I was like, kid, life, you know, like, inspiration. Like, I miss that stuff. Like, that is something that I really genuinely miss doing.
Me too,
And
man.
I know that it's an inspirational boost because that's just throwing creativity without pressure.
Exactly.
Like, we had no plan. We were going to go do gymnastics, and that's all we planned. Like, we were going to, because you had that big
that was
venue.
the only thing. Like, that's
yeah.
sort of what pulled you to Eskilstuna or the town I was staying in. That was the only reason. Like, I wanted to show you the place and just jump around.
Yeah, because there were tons of things you could jump around on.
I fucking missed that place.
Yeah, that place was awesome.
So good.
So yeah, that is like, I'm saying that you probably have a friend and a thing that you guys used to do that used to sort of drive your inspiration, and without thinking about it, that might have been phased out of your life. But I'm just saying, take a moment and plan it in. If you both are sort of genuinely missing it, I don't see why you wouldn't plan it back in.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be, you know, every other Friday or weekend, but I'm just saying like that once. Maybe you just need that once to sort of like revisit that.
Yeah.
Watch, you know, Big Trouble in Little China 4 times in a row if you need to. So just find that friend, you know, that sort of can do those boring things with you, like for any other person. Now, my wife would never watch this thing with me and have that same enjoyment or reference or laugh, you know, at the same thing.
And the thing is, we would probably not even watch the movie. Like, it would be on, and we'd just keep babbling all throughout the whole fucking movie, and sketching, and then like commenting on what we see.
Exactly. And the best thing about watching these movies is that we know when to look up.
Yeah,
that's all we need. I was like, fight.
This scene
this scene or nice. That thing. Yeah.
Or we just say the line with them, you know.
Exactly.
Just stupid shit like that.
And this is shit that, like, I don't even know I know the lines until it starts playing and I'm like, oh yeah, the blah, 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 and you just sync with the TV. So I'm just saying, like, do stuff like that because that's where you started. Like, that's where you were coming from.
Go back to basics.
Go back to those things because those are what made you the artist you are today. So just fucking plan those in.
Yeah, like, and that is a getaway.
I think that is an awesome sort of like the reward is so high. And the commitment is so low, pretty much. You just need to do it, you know, like just plan it in somewhere. Yeah. And then I think, that feeling will, like, it will last a while. Yeah. So that is, just do stuff like that. It's very personal. It's something that you sort of like, personal stuff. Just do it.
Just do it.
We didn't have that much more to cover. It's just like, try to sort of be honest with yourself. Listen to your body. Like, if you're not getting enough sleep, that might be a good place to start. Because right now, that's what I'm feeling. Like, I'm not sleeping enough, and life is starting to feel heavier than it is just because of the lack of sleep. Yeah. So, I need to stop phoning and drawing late at night. And just, like, use the time I have during the day to sort of get shit done and then just let it go. Yeah. Like, if I fall behind 9 days on Inktober, that's fine.
Go frozen on the beach.
Yeah, just let it go. And just do it the next day, you know, like.
Yeah. See, my only goal this year was to top last year, and I've done that. So I am also going to try to go frozen on this bitch and not think about it way too much. But, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Listen to your body and remember, I mean, if you are stressed out as fuck at work or whatever, I mean, it's just work.
Yeah.
you only have this one life. Don't fucking ruin it for yourself. Don't go into the wall, or don't work yourself to the bone and get depressed and all. Like, there's so much shit that comes with working way too much. And like we said, sometimes you might not even know that you are working that much. So listen to yourself.
Yeah, just give yourself, like, be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I think honesty with yourself, like, being honest with yourself is going to be the key here, and it's the hardest.
Yeah.
Like, being honest, like, oh yeah, but I'll just do 3 videos per day. You know, like, no, just I'm just saying that it's easy to sort of lie to yourself and think you're honest. So really,
and it's even easier to lie to your boss. So just say you're sick one day and be home.
Touche.
Yeah.
That was genius. It's easier to lie to your boss. Oh, nicely played. I like that. But yeah, it's, oh man, just take breaks, because it's like, I know that it's hard to let go, and especially if you, like me and Robert, are doing something you really enjoy as well. I think that's where the trap is, sort of like like, if you're doing something you don't love, you might not just put that effort in.
No.
But when you love what you do and you want to do all of it at the same time, all the time, I think that's where the sort of like the problem lies.
The spiral has begun.
Yeah. So like we said, be honest with yourself and just like step back. I know there's sort of like shame, but what if I stop?
Yeah.
I miss I don't think so.
No.
I don't think you do. I think if you burn out, that's when you're going to start missing things.
Yeah.
Because like getting burned out it's not hard.
No, it's fucking easy.
Yeah.
Like, look at the fucking statistics today.
Yeah.
Like,
It's coming
insane.
back that is the problem. It can take you 3 months. It can take you 6 months. It can take you a year. And what happens to all your channels while you're away? Squat. Yeah, exactly. And I wanted to tie in that I had in my notes was that if you are worried about your social media presence because you, like me, are making money off of it, what you can do to sort of balance it off is that you don't post as often, but you post regularly still. You know, like, so you don't post every day like you do on Inktober, for example, which I apparently don't. But I mean, for those of you that are doing great, I mean, you don't have to post in that frequency. Sure, it might be good for you, like, but if it's burning you out, that exchange is not valuable anymore.
No.
So maybe if you post every 3rd day, and that works for you, and you've sort of, like, either you do it without saying it, people will pick up on that pattern because, and then he posts every Wednesday, you know, like, and Saturday, whatever. And people will pick up on it, and they will check for your work if they're interested.
And it'll be easier for you to do as well, because then you know, like, but then...
I have a couple of days,
I can do, like, whatever until then. I don't know.
And I'm seeing something that I want to push people and slap them in the face a little, softly. Love
tap.
Love tap, yeah, straight in the face. People are posting like, I did 2 drawings today, and they post them both.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Why the fuck are you posting them both? The way that Instagram works is that as soon as you post, like, a new post, like, and it's starting to get traction, as soon as you post another one, it sort of kills off the other one. Yeah. Like, that's what I've noticed on my posts. Like, if that's why I haven't posted Inktober's so tightly together, because the other one's still getting likes. But as soon as I post a new one, it sort of kills the engagement on the other one. Yeah. So post one, wait 1-2 days, and then post another one. I think that is way better for your sort of like... I
mean, obviously, if it's Inktober, you should post every day.
Yeah, definitely. But you can still space them out. You know?
Oh, yeah.
So one in the morning, and then the other one, like...
like at least a couple of hours in between, so you can get some traction for the first one to let it kick in. And then, like... 6 hours later, you can post another one.
But that's what I've noticed with the new Instagram algorithm bullshit. It's that my posts are doing, like, at first they're doing quite okay, but then over time they're doing even better.
Really?
So yeah. It's like, in the past I used to get like 300-400 just immediately. Yeah. Like, I used to get like 200 within the first hour, and then like another 300 maybe during the thing. Now I'm getting like 100-ish maybe within the hour, like 150, 200 maybe sometimes. Like I don't really reach that as often, but then the rest of the time they just like they pass 400, and I'm like, why? Like what is the algorithm doing here? Like what is the thing?
I don't fucking understand.
I don't understand either. So I'm just saying, like, don't kill your posts before they're done.
Yeah.
Let them sort of like get ripe, and then once they stop, or like like you're seeing like they're really not engaged anymore, then post the next one. Yeah. And that might take, like a full day. So let them bring as much traffic as possible.
That's a good tip.
And by the way, we did talk about something I can touch upon regarding Facebook ads. I've tried them out. You've seen some of my posts being sponsored by myself. So I did try the pay for your posts to be sort of like boosted. And I've spent everything between like, what is it, like the $40 to $1.
Okay. Just to see.
And I've tried it like for 7 days. I've tried like $8 or $10 for like 2 days, and I'm not really seeing the sort of like response is it's so and so. Like it doubles my likes on a lot of the better posts, but what I'm not seeing is like I'm not getting any followers that are sort of like committed, or like I'm getting like maybe on the 300 crowns, which is $40 ish. And I maybe got like 3 followers, and I think like out of the 14,000 people that looked at the post, sort of, I had, what was it, like 15 of them visit my page, and then sure I got double the likes, but I got like 3 followers. The likes didn't mean shit.
Yeah, superficial
and
likes.
Yeah. Just people like, I think just clicking in the moment, while they look at their feed, like sponsor, yes, go up and scroll.
Yeah, because I never go into any sponsored stuff.
No, the thing is, I do. I'm just like, oh, what is this? Because I just want to genuinely see what it is. Like, if it's a casino thing, I just swipe, like, I don't care.
Yeah.
But when it is stuff that I might be interested in, I will take a look. But this was shit. Like, it's totally not worth it. Like, it's worth it if you're a big brand and you can pay more money, like really spend money.
Also, if you have something to sell, I
think if you have a product, that is sort of like, that would solve a lot of problems. I just did this to sort of boost my channel. So I didn't sell anything. I didn't have prints. I didn't have, squat.
No.
But it's totally not worth paying unless you have more money to invest. Because the amount of likes and like versus followers versus money is so low.
Yeah.
Just fucking don't just ignore it.
Don't think about it.
Yeah, so don't use the sponsored thing, I would say, currently at least. If I figure something out, I play around with it just to see like what posts will do better and what posts will do. Like, I haven't found any sort of significant. I found that the best response that I've gotten is sort of like the $10 that I spent on 2 days. So it spends like half the amount half the day, and then half the amount the other day. That has given me like way better response than the $40. So just $10 on one post if you think that it has a higher value. Otherwise, just don't fucking waste your money. No. It's not worth it.
All right. I think that sort of qualifies as a tool. Actually,
a tool? Yeah.
So I would say that's what we have for the toolies.
Toolies, like after constructed toolies.
Yes.
Because I was going to talk about this ages ago.
Yeah.
Because someone was asking me, or like several asked me, like, oh, your post is sponsored. Is this like something? I was like, well, that's me. I'm paying for that.
Yeah.
So no, like if I get sponsored by a company, you will know about it. I will, like, the first thing I will write is sponsored by
blah blah
blah blah blah or blee blah blah.
Oh yeah, blee blah blah.
Blee blah blah.
They're
my favorite
awesome.
company.
Yeah, so good.
They make my favorite markers. So yeah, if I would ever try to sell something, I will be open about it, and I will tell you that I'm doing something with Wacom or Kopiku or Pilot or any other brand. You will know about it. Like, I will never sort of like, I stumbled upon this pen on my journey to the West. No, That will not happen. So don't worry about it. That was just me sponsoring my own shit, trying to see what works and what doesn't, and if it's worth using. So
Nice.
right now, if you're gonna spend something, I would say $80 or $1 million, or $10 or $1 million, because I think that's when it starts mattering. Because I think the algorithm works, or like the amount of money you pay will put you ahead of others.
Oh, okay.
And also, you can set the demographic. You need to set the demographic. I forgot to tell you. Like, you can do this via Facebook, since they're connected now. So you can create a demographic out of, like, countries, what they like. Like, you can do them locally. You can do them, internationally. You can pick all their interests. People that like, illustration, art, blah, 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 blah. Tattoos. Chunk them into a group. You can make several groups. But I've noticed that...
Does it matter?
No, it does matter.
It does?
I did a general one. Bombed.
Okay.
When I took the artist topics that I think people were interested in, relevant to the post that I made, it went way better.
3 new followers. Boom.
Know it, and double the likes.
Yeah.
Garbage. So yeah, is it worth it right now? Unless you have lots and lots of more money to sort of burn, no.
No. Use that money, go on vacation.
Exactly. Use it for other stuff. And with that said, we're gonna wrap up
The stuff.
that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go relax.
Go chillax.
Yeah.
Call a friend. Do shit with friends. Hug someone.
Yeah.
And also, one thing you can do actually to sort of boost yourself and other people is, like, if you think that someone looks nice that day, like has a nice shirt on, a nice cap, tell them.
Yeah.
I think that really does it. When, like, just today, someone was like, "Oh, dude, what sport do you do?" And I'm like, all right. And it wasn't even sort of like, I don't know if it was a compliment. It was just like, oh, okay, this guy seems to be working out. I'll ask him what he does.
Yeah.
And it was just like a part of a film crew. So that was cool.
Nice.
And I got to talk about awesome training.
I normally try to do that.
Yeah,
with
I do that
my
as well.
colleagues and friends, because I know it feels good.
It feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah. I actually had a lecture about it at Lego.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So, like, when you come into the office in the morning, just give somebody a high five or like a pat on the shoulder or something. Hey, man, good morning. Say good morning.
Mm-hmm.
Be, again, with the social thing.
Yeah,
it's
think
easy.
that's super
but just,
good.
Just a friendly, crisp high five in the morning to somebody. Like, it could make their day.
I think so. We have this girl that works at King, and she always like changes her hair color or matches like sort of like her outfits with her hair color,
Awesome.
or lipstick or something. And it's always fun to see like what she comes up with, and I always comment on it, and it's become sort of like natural. So I can always like, oh, cap, hair, nice. Just that little like acknowledgement of someone that I never talk to otherwise. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Like we have that little sort of like she's our narrative designer, so that's awesome. And you just throw out a compliment because it's genuinely fun to see,
Yeah.
So just like appreciate the people around you. It's like what we talked about with the tweets and the people around you and spreading the love. You can do that in so many ways.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I also ordered a print, by the way.
What?
Talking about supporting artists.
What is this?
Yeah, I ordered a 700 crown print from a country. Let me check. I really, really want to shout this out because I am super proud. It's gorgeous.
What is this?
Yeah, let me check because it's so good. Like the print is so good. It was actually Charlie Bowater that shouted out an artist, and she said that, oh, I've ordered this limited print. And I was like, oh my God, this print is awesome. So I ordered one as well. I think it's like a little bigger than an A3. And it was, like numbered and signed.
Sweet.
So it was 1 out of 25. I don't know which one I got. I got the thing to bring to go to the post office and get it on Friday. And I forgot because I dropped it behind the thing.
No.
So I have that waiting for me. Let me see what it was called though. Oh man, it was so good. And of course I can't find it because life.
What the hell, dude?
God damn it, where is it?
Do you know the artist name?
Yes, but Oh, there you go. Yeah. The artist's name is Jamila Knopf. I don't know how you say that.
Knopf?
Jamila Knopf.
So-
I don't know. She's from Germany. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, her artwork is awesome. And here, Robert, you can see the image that I ordered.
Ooh,
So I ordered that. I was just like, wow. And
that's awesome.
yeah, so I ordered that. So if you can't support your favorite artist by buying a like $80 print,
That's
which
nothing.
is super cheap.
Yeah.
I was surprised. I thought I was gonna get to spend like at least $200, $300.
Oh yeah.
But it was awesome, and I really love this, and it's waiting for me at my post office.
Sweet.
So yeah, if you can't support your local artist or any German artists out there that I offend all the time, make sure to just help the people around you as much as you can in the way that you can.
Yeah, and it feels really good buying somebody else's print
Yes.
actually, because I bought from Mexifunk.
Yes, you did,
Yeah.
and he bought something from you as well, which was also
it's
cool.
so cool.
it's, yeah.
You know, so good, so grateful. But just receiving the package with all those posters and shit, like, and a handwritten note in there and
Best shit,
like
right?
it was
Yeah,
so
they get in
good. You just like, wow. And it's a guy from the States, like,
Yeah, exactly. So it's far away,
Yeah.
like across the sea
yeah.
somewhere.
And here we are exchanging gifts
It's so cool.
and monies.
And, of course, but
Yeah,
but it's like,
but
but
yeah,
he
no.
wanted to pay you. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
what I
yeah, yeah.
enjoy about it. I wanted to pay Jamila as well because I thought like, just take my money, and then I thought it was too little money, but I couldn't sort of like add on top of that
No.
because it was a price on
Yeah,
the thing. But you know, it's so good. I feel so good. I just want to.
Awesome. Yeah, that was a really cool print. I want to see the live version.
Yeah, I'll post it on Sketchbook Heroes as well,
Nice.
just to. But
Yeah.
I can't right now because the accounts are.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we need to fix that.
Yeah, when you fix that.
All right. So that was it for that one and that thing and this thing.
And
so
that, and that.
yeah, so let's jump over to the next thing.
The next day.
Yeah, whatever that was.
Whatever.
Yeah. So this is the recommendations part.
Yes.
Yes. Do you have anything to recommend?
Nope.
Well, we mentioned Blade Runner last week with Evan, and he had seen it and he loved it, and
We love it.
I liked it. I didn't love it, but what I want to do is I want to see the old one again,
Yes.
and then see this one straight after.
Straight after, yeah.
Because I couldn't find my copy of the old Blade Runner.
No.
I know I have it. It is in my shelf with all the fucking billions of other movies. So I didn't have a chance to see the original before I saw the new one. And I think that sort of made it drop a little bit for me. Because you don't understand as much if you
I
haven't
saw it
seen.
last year for Christmas, I think.
Yeah, I saw it maybe 3 years ago or
yeah,
more.
that's too long.
So it's, and it is a really difficult movie to understand, and really depending on which cut.
I think the first one is way harder than the second one. The second one is like open cards.
Well, the first one went through, I think, 3 or 4 different cuts, and it was only in the final director's cut where they actually made the movie that it was supposed to be, and that one makes sense. And I think
okay.
that's the one that I have on Blu-ray at home somewhere. But I've also seen the other one, which makes no sense, and it's like really confusing.
I don't remember. Like
So,
I've seen two of them at
I
least.
think normally now you have the final extended whatever it's called. But yeah, but if you haven't seen the new Blade Runner movie and you want to see it, I recommend seeing the first one first.
Yeah.
Just so you get like a little more of the backstory, because it is a direct sequel. Like, it's continuing the story. It's not a remake of any sorts. That's what makes it so amazing. And it's so gorgeous, and the music and the sounds and everything is really cool. Like, I felt like I didn't really sell it in before, but it is amazing. But I want to like it, 100%. So, yeah, I need to rewatch it.
Also, I do have a recommendation that I forgot last time when we were doing the Inktober recommendations.
Oh.
So I'm just going to go back to that. And this is someone that has crazy few followers. I hate that when they do that because he's awesome.
Yeah.
His name is Pen Griff. So Pen as Pin, P-I-N-G-R-I-F-F. Pingriff.
Pingriff.
Pingriff has like 2,123 followers, which will turn to 2,124 followers after this one. But he is awesome. Like, I can't recommend him enough. Like, he has these really nice, clean sort of like inked pages for Inktober that are so good. Like, you just need to go to Pingriff and check out his work if he's a dude, because I can't really tell. He has terrible.
What's the name?
Info. What?
Oh, there was no info.
There is no name. It just says like Pingriff everywhere, or Ping. But his stuff is like, he has like his own unique style, sort of, that is totally worth checking out. So I'm just going to give him a shout out.
Nice.
He has like some fun stuff to check out. And like deserves way more.
I like.
So Pingriff is my Inktober recommendation.
Pingriff. I have another movie I want to recommend.
We're just jumping between today.
Of course.
Fuck it.
And Anna, stop posting all your fucking Inktobers.
God damn it.
Making me stress. Yeah, she was falling behind, so now she's posting everything. We talked about this. So, the movie I want to recommend, and take this with a grain of salt, because this is one strange motherfucking movie. It is called Mother, with an exclamation mark.
That's the new one, right?
That's the new, yeah. If you watch the trailer for it, it looks like sort of a scary horror thriller type movie, which it kind of is, but it's not a scary movie in that sense. It is so weird and beautiful in the same way. Like, it's so difficult to explain what it's about without spoiling it, so I'm not going to. But I will say that this movie, it is, well, for one, if you like symbolism and like looking for stuff like that, hidden meanings in movies, go watch it. You need to see it. This is going to be one of those movies you keep talking about, like for a long time, because it is so out there.
Oh, really?
It's by the guy, what's it called? Aronofsky, the guy who did Black Swan.
Haven't seen.
Also a fantastic movie, really dark. This one is also really dark. But it's like, the best way to describe this movie is that it's a work of art, okay? So, like, if me and Elias went to the same exhibit, looked at this painting, I could love it, and I could see a lot of cool stuff in it, and I'm like, wow, that's amazing. And then Elias is looking at it, and he's like, it's just a red square, dude. You know? This is how the movie works. It's the same way. Like, it's so crazy, because me and Anna went to see it, and seriously, after the whole, like, half of the movie theater was still in their seats after the whole text crawl. Just sitting there watching the screen going, what the fuck did we just watch? Like, people were still just sitting there trying to figure out what we've just seen. So if it's still in the cinemas where you are, I would recommend you to go see it. Mother. It's with, what's her name? Oh, man. Oh, no, my brain.
What movie has she been in?
Hunger Games.
Hunger Games, oh. Yeah, I don't remember.
The lead actress. She's Mystique.
I just lost
Hunger
it
Games.
now. Yeah. I just lost it just because you
Biggest
said it.
fucking brain fart ever. And
Katniss Everdeen!
and Javier Bernardine something.
I don't know.
The guy from the new Pirates movie, and he's
seen
in yeah, whatever. They're really, really good. The guy from No Country for Old Men.
Oh, that guy.
The killer.
Yeah, with the weird haircut. Yeah.
He's so fucking creepy.
No, he is. I love him for that.
Yeah. And Ed Harris is in it. Michelle Pfeiffer is in it.
Oh shit! Really?
Like a lot of big names in this movie. And the last cool thing about the movie is apparently, I've only been told this, but normally when you write a screenplay, it takes like a couple of months, a couple of years. He wrote this in 5 days.
What?
Yeah. The idea just came to him. Boom. And he just kept writing and then had it finished in 5 days. The whole fucking movie. And it is brilliant. Like, it is a freaking crazy masterpiece.
Dude, that is awesome. Yeah, I will check it out.
Yeah.
But it's on cinema right now, right?
It's in the cinemas right now, and it is a really weird movie.
Yeah,
Like,
and her name is Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer
by the way.
Lawrence, thank you.
Fuck.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
How? I love her. She's fucking awesome.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah. So that's my recommendation for the movie.
And for anyone who missed it, it's called Mother.
Mother.
So, with that said, I have another Inktober recommendation from a long-time listener.
Ooh.
Paco Wax.
Oh yeah.
And
Paco.
yeah, dude, I don't think this is going to generate any followers for you because... but his name, Paco Wax, is spelled P-A-K-O, Paco, and then Wax. And Wax is W-A-C-Z. Okay?
Paco Wax.
Paco Wax. Wax. So Paco Wax.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of Jake Parker in a way.
In a way, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But his style is sort of like some of the stuff he does is like he's a fucking printer. Like he does all these like sort of little lines, thin lines, and they sort of all just become awesome stuff.
Yeah.
So check out Paco Wax. I think the wax is the weird part.
Yeah.
The Paco is
Wax.
just Wax. C-Z-Z.
Wax.
Super confusing.
Yeah. But yeah.
Paco Wax is awesome.
Big long-time supporter. Thanks.
Yes,
If you're
I think his
listening.
name is Dan Paco Wax or something like Dan Pack.
Backpack.
Back. Paco Wax. We are your friends.
Don't run.
Yeah, you can sort of hear where this is going.
Yeah. Brain fuel out of fuely fuel.
And if Julia listens to this episode, shame on you for not knowing that I sing the theme song.
Yeah, shame.
Much shame.
So-
we mention it like on all the
Other
episodes,
yeah. So
like in the beginning.
Ilias is the singing genius of the heroes that is Sketchbook.
And Sebastian Ov is our gracious music producer.
Oh yeah, he's
and
like
also-
Brainiac. For
Yep,
the
for music,
episode.
yeah. And also we have Mario that we talked about on the previous episode about being the Witcher and all that jazz.
Yeah, we mentioned him today too. but
Yeah, that guy
he is.
does the intro voice like artists of the world unite. That is even coined by Mario. Like he came by, I had this little thing, something Danger Zone, and he just turned it into that.
Yeah,
So
amazing.
yeah, it's super cool that we have these talented people. Mario is the singer in the band Feared. So if you want to check him out, check out Feared. Like,
Feared.
Feared.
What are you? Are you feared?
I am feared.
You're
No, I'm
feared.
not.
Plus, he has a magnificent beard.
Yeah, he does.
That's why
And
he's
also
feared.
he has, like, that motherfucker can growl like. Yeah, that
Ilias
was garbage.
cannot.
I cannot, apparently.
Neither can I, so I'm not even gonna try.
Yeah. That's gonna leave my throat sore, which is not a sexual innuendo for Robert to pick up on.
No, I'm just stuck in like a rhyming mode. So when you said like that's gonna make my throat sore, I was like, but we're gonna go through the door. So outro talk.
Outro talk.
Yeah.
Outro heroes. Outro in the building.
Have we missed anything that we needed to bring up?
Probably.
Probably. But to all you Sketchbook heroes out there, thank you so very much for tuning in again. And sorry for being very tired and blaming all our guests that we just make up and never come over. So, yeah, I don't know.
Makeup over.
Yeah, we make up over.
I don't know.
So tired.
My brain.
Oh,
Guys.
Guys, thank you for tuning in again.
Goodbye, my friends. Find us on sketchbookheroes.com. Find us also on other places with sketchbookheroes.com.
Yeah, and I saw that there was a Sketchbook Heroes on Twitter, but that's some other guy. So
No, that's us.
Is it?
Yes, I just haven't done anything with it because
Oh, okay.
it was
okay,
garbage.
Okay. Oh, well, there you go.
I can't handle more social media
No,
accounts.
no,
So
no,
just
no.
write to @Elias Patles or
Rob Ekblom at Rob Ekblom.
yeah.
EKBL.
Robert needs another follower, so
I do.
whoever out there
Yeah,
still
anybody.
listening,
Anybody.
anyone, just follow Robert. At least one of you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So before Ilya's head explodes, thank you again. Good night, or good day, or good evening.
Good night, Gavna.
Good something.
Good something. We love you.
Love you guys.
Supporto.
Night support. Toodaloo, motherfucker.